This is my week 3 10-minute speech. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous about this speech because English is my second language and this is my first time to do the 10-minute speech. So I need to keep talking. But I believe this speech will be helpful to me because I can not only practice how to do a speech, I can also practice my English. So I will talk about my week 3 content. Mm, Last week, my professor gave me some comment about my last week video. Um, he said I need uh, I need to have more voice orientation. I, mm, I think so. I agree that. Uh, I saw my last video again. I think it's a little bit boring because I don't have the voice orientation. So this week I watched a video about called voice variety. It's very helpful to me. Um, Professor said we should have different kinds of voice in the whole speech, high and low, fast and slow, loud and soft, finally emphasize and pause. So I tried. I used these things. I used the voice variation in this week's speech, the 3 point speech. Mm, I don't know if it's good, but I compared this speech week and week, last week's speech. I think I this I think it's better because I this week I think my speech is more vivid because I use a different voice variation in my speech. But last week it's a little bit boring. Um, I'm also interested in the Julian's speech called "How to Speak Should Be What the People How to Speak Should Be What People Want to Listen." Mm, I think this not only this content is useful, I also learned a lot from Julian's speech way, his speech method. It also gives me some suggestion how to do a speech like him. Uh, he talks about how to speak so that people want to listen. Um, I think it's a very important thing in our life, not only in the speech. At first, he uh, asked the audience a series of questions. When he asked these questions, I also ask myself if I met these problems in my life, uh, if this thing he want to talk about is very important to the whole world, I think his way, this way, like ask a question before in the front of a speech, is a good way to attract audience audience attention. So I think so I used this method in my speech, in my 3 point speech, and then he gave us a lot of give us some of the examples about how to speak, so that how to speak and what to speak is people don't like to listen. I think it's very interesting because he wants to talk about how to speak. People like to listen, but at first he talk about how to speak. People don't like to listen. This also make his audience laugh and attract their attention. He used these examples to make us think if we have these problems in our life, so that we will think of this question. So then we want to listen to him what we should do to avoid these problems. I think it's a good method. It's also a good method to for a speaker to do a speech. His his examples also is also interesting. He used his mother and him problem in their life. It it makes me feel he is talking to me. We are very close. So I would like to keep listening what he will say. And in the end, um, Julian asked all of his audience stand up. I think uh, is unbelievable because if he asked his audience stand up in the front of his speech, I think people will not like to do that. But in the end, after his speech, his audience already believed him, so they want to they want to learn what Julian said. Julian teaches us how to prepare, how to do some action to prepare before a speech. I think it's also interesting, and I'm surprised that he asked his audience to do the weird things. I mean, it's not weird; it's the things we never did, we never heard. But the audience, his audience like to do. His audience want to do, want to follow him because his his speech is persuasion. It makes the audience believe. It already makes the audience believe him. So I think it's also a good method I want to learn. Mm. And finally, I think this 10 point speech is a challenge to me because I never did it before. But it's I believe it will help me a lot because I will practice. I will speak frequent, speak fluent, and learn how to speak uh, more persuasive. Thank you.